So I got this much meat off the thighs. I'm going to kind of divide it in two because I'm going to try to make two different freezer meals. So the first one, I'm going to divide it here. So this all will go in. I'm going to make two different bags there, and then two different bags. So 4 different freezer meals just using the thigh meat. So each one of my cherry skillets, I'm going to add half a cup of broth to each one. Had to go get my church key. So, and this is home canned broth that I canned, so a half a cup in each one. Hopefully we won't fall over. I need to probably invest in, try to find me one of those things. Oh, there went my measuring spoon. So there is that bag. Then we need 2 tablespoons of white balsamic vinegar or white wine vinegar. Let me get that. 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. I'm just going to pour it in here. Well, Jiminy Christmas. Like I said, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. I'm just going to pour it in my measuring cup to kind of rinse some of that out. Pour that in the chicken. And this chicken broth I will use later. No big deal. Pour that in the chicken. Then we need a teaspoon of sugar in each one. So I'm going to add sugar. Oh! And get sugar everywhere. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use the red salt to each bag. Now we're going to cut up some cherries. And we need sweet cherries, not the tart ones that I have. So I'm going to kind of clean this off and get my little knife so we could cut them up. You're supposed to use dried cherries. I'm not doing that. I've already washed these, and we need to chop these up. Well, probably depit them first. And then chop them real fine. I would call for a 1.5 cups. So I'm just going to chop these and put these aside. And just what I think would work on the cherries. And then we're going to put those in the bag. I'm going to put about a 1/2 cup of these cherries in each one of these bags. I got my measuring cup out and I'm just slicing them up. Hope you could see that. One of these will be for our supper tonight. Then I'm going to move on and do the next one. And I am going to do 2 different videos for that. And the rest of these cherries, sweet cherries, they will be my snack. I love these things. Not to say the tart ones aren't any good, but these are one of my absolute favorites. A little expensive in the store, but to me, they are so worth it. So, I'm going to finish doing that and cutting a 1/2 cup of cherries for each one of these bags and squishing it around, and then we will be putting it in one in the freezer and the other one will be supper tonight, and I'll show you how to do that. To the recipe, it says to pull the chicken out and cook it in a hot skillet. until brown. So I'm going to get that done. So that was kind of hard getting just the chicken out, and we want the chicken out until it starts to brown. And then we're going to pour our juices over that from the cherries. And I use not dried cherries. I use the cherries and just chop them up, as you can tell in there. So now we just wait until this browns up a little bit, and then we will be pouring the rest of the juices on that and the cherries in there. So my personal opinion, I think the chicken should have been brown beforehand, before you put it in the bag for the freezer. So now we just let this cook for 15 minutes. And I did notice I didn't get all the chicken in there.